The Ferrari SF-23 single-seater is set to return to the track even in 2024. As we inch closer to the 2024 F1 season opener in Bahrain this February, the spotlight remains firmly affixed to the previous year's cars that are far from being shelved. These cars will continue to serve as training vehicles for both young and established drivers, a practice that Ferrari has championed throughout the past year. The SF-23 in particular is poised for a grand return. About a month prior to the official debut of the 2023 cars in Barcelona, a wet tire development session by Pirelli is scheduled. The Italian tire manufacturer, in collaboration with one or more Formula One teams, will conduct tests on their new prototypes. And guess who's making a comeback? That's right, the Ferrari SF-23. The Maranello team's single-seater for 2023 will be put through its paces, testing Pirelli's wet tires, both intermediates and full wet, on Monday, January 29th, and Tuesday, January 30th, as per the current timeline. The focus on wet tires is pertinent, considering the high delta with the more commonly used intermediates, a topic that has sparked ample discussion in the past. So, buckle up, because the Ferrari SF-23 is revving its engines and is all set to blaze the track once again. With the SF-23 roaring back into action, it's a thrilling time for F1 fans worldwide. But what exactly will the Ferrari SF-23 be doing on the track? The answer lies in the Pirelli Tests. The Pirelli wet tire development test session is an essential part of the pre-season preparations. Ferrari will be a part of this mission, providing their SF-23 car and drivers to test Pirelli's wet tires, both intermediates and full wet, on the Barcelona track at the end of January. Extreme wet tires have been a matter of contention in the past, primarily due to the significant difference in performance when compared to more commonly used intermediates. You may recall the Spa Grand Prix last season, where the performance delta between wet and intermediate tires was a staggering 120%, a figure that ideally should have been around 115%. Yet, there's been progress. As Mario Isola, Pirelli's head of F1 and car racing, stated, "The performance of the current wet tires is decidedly better than the previous ones." In a Fiorano test, Pirelli recorded an improvement of 5 to 6 seconds per lap, even in very cold conditions. However, the tire manufacturer faced limitations due to the scheduling of various tests, leading them to test the crossover between intermediates and full wet at Fiorano and Paul Ricard, circuits that are too gentle on the tires compared to Spa, Silverstone, Barcelona, and Jerez. The tests in Barcelona and Jerez will be critical in improving tire performance, and the Ferrari SF-23 will play a key role in this process. While the return of the Ferrari SF-23 is exciting, it's not the only development to look forward to in the 2024 F1 season. From a regulatory standpoint, some significant changes are on the horizon. The F1 Commission has decided to abandon the ban on tire warmers, originally slated for evaluation this year. This means that for the 2024 season, and particularly the following year, we won't be seeing dry tires without tire warmers. Additionally, we'll be bidding farewell to the alternative tire allocation. Instead, the classic 13 sets of standard tires per car will be maintained at the end of each race weekend. Looking towards February, we're anticipating further tests. Both Mercedes and Aston Martin have expressed their eagerness to participate in these. These test days could also serve as valuable training for their official drivers. With these changes and the return of the Ferrari SF-23, the 2024 F1 season promises to be full of excitement and innovation.